Hey you guys, it's Bree. It is time for our February garden tour. I wanted to start off by showing I finally got my trellis completely cleaned. So that passion vine flower was all wrapped around there and it was pretty crazy and very ugly. And so I am so happy to see it all cleaned off, and I can't wait to plant something new this spring and have it start blooming. So I did want to come out and show you a couple things going in the garden. Now we have had some crazy weather here in Texas. It's been 80 degrees and then it was 50 degrees and then 80 degrees and then back to being cold. And so unfortunately I didn't come out and do anything with my choy choy or my broccoli. And let me show you what's happening with those. This right here is the choy choy and it has gone to seed. Now I'm not too upset because look how beautiful that is. So it's really nice seeing something blooming right now. But unfortunately, yeah, I did not get to eat any of it. So I am a little sad about that, but it is pretty seeing the flowers. The cabbage right here is still doing okay for now, but I don't know if the weather is going to cause that to bolt as well, like it has with my broccoli. I did not pick it in time, and it has, as you see, gone to seed or about to be to seed. I'm not sure exactly. I've never had a broccoli do this before, but you can see it does have little tiny ones down there as well. But I was not able to enjoy my broccoli. So these are the only three things over here in this bed. That bed doesn't have anything in it. This one right here, hey baby girl. This one right here, oh look, we do have a blue bonnet that I guess the seeds blew over here into the walkway. And then this is the bed that we just recently saw because we planted the strawberries in the middle and all the onions. And you can see there's already new growth on the strawberries. So that's nice. Our onions are doing okay. Now this is one of our blueberry bushes. So you can see it is starting to bud up on the tips right here. And then you can see this one, leaves and buds come in, and hopefully the other one too. Oh yeah, a little bit, not as much, but a little bit on this one as well. Oh, there you go, you can see right there. So luckily it looks like all three of the blueberry bushes did survive. The figs, I don't know, there might be some signs of life on the tip of there. What happened? Did you walk into a spider web? Because mommy did. You're okay. Now over here, I don't know if, let's see. Mama. Did you drop that? Mama. Yeah, the glass broke in the freeze. It's okay. Daddy. So this right here is the only radish that grew. Let's see. Mom. Look at that little thing. That is pretty cute. So I don't know if that was completely done growing or not, but I'm going to have my husband eat. Oh, well, baby girl, that's a piece of lettuce. Yeah. Baby girl saw me pull out the radish, so she went to pull out this lettuce right here. We'll give that to the chickens. Here, hold on to that. We'll bring that to the chickens, okay? So the lettuce right here, I need to do something with it. It's really, really nice and full, but I'm worried it's going to start bolting with the heat as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up one of my carrots and just see if it's doing anything. Well, there's my carrot. That's not really doing much. So I don't know if the other ones are any bigger. Oh, that one does look a little bit bigger down there. But same thing with it getting so warm now, I don't know what those are going to do. But this is what we have going on in the lettuce bed. And this bed doesn't have anything. Now, one exciting update is this is all the garlic. Let me see, I know the lighting is pretty bad out here right now. But you can see most, if not all, of the garlics have popped up. This one's just starting to pop up right there. But our garlic is growing, so I'm happy about that. This is just the regular garlic. I did just notice over here that we do have an elephant garlic starting to pop up. But that's the only one that I see popping up out of that whole bucket. So I was worried about that. I was starting to think those weren't going to grow at all. but I am happy to see that tiny bit of green growth right there for sure. So I have not successfully, well, I mean, I guess I did have a few carrots grow last year, but not the carrot harvest that I was really hoping for. So who knows? There's always next year. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll get some more. I did want to show y'all just a few of the flowers that are starting to wake up. It is pretty exciting. Now I did go through and cut back everything that needed to be cut back, so you don't really see a bunch of the big full plants that I had, because I wanted to cut them down and get rid of all that. So let me go ahead and show you what is coming back to life. My ornamental onions are starting to come back to life. And then the only other thing is this right here is my salvia. So it's starting to come back really nice. And I do actually see some green new growth coming in on my, what is that, my rock rose. So that's exciting. These two salvias aren't doing anything, so unfortunately I'm thinking they're dead. That's okay. And then the mums, you can see there is some life coming back on the mums. And then I do have those little tiny blooms right there. I forgot what they were. And that's basically it on this side. Those beds, they looked really pretty when I first planted them. And then the next year, they didn't really turn out exactly like I had planned or envisioned in my head. But we'll see how it goes. But there is some pretty things to show you on the other side of the garden over here by the chicken coop now. So let me show you what I'm seeing over here. We have some beautiful pansies right there. Super pretty. And then over here we do have, that's our salvia coming back. And look, we have daffodils coming up. We do have some weeds back there too, but then the violas back there are really pretty. And we got some pretty pansies here. We got another daffodil right there, another daffodil right there. And look at this one. This one's definitely multiplied right there for sure. It's shooting up a whole bunch. Our pretty red pansy. Need to come through and weed this bed though. More daffodils. Look at that pansy. Really pretty. And then this viola right here is really pretty. And then there's a bluebonnet coming back. And then there's also a bluebonnet right there. I don't know if that's the bluebonnet plant. Well, actually no, because that was completely gone, I think. But I'm happy to see it has self-seeded there in the garden bed over there on the floor that I showed you. I trimmed back my rose bush. It does have some new growth. And then there's a really big bluebonnet plant growing right there. It's never a good sign when a toddler is quiet. So I noticed she was being really quiet, and she found Daddy's bottle of tire slime. Can Mommy have that? Can I see that, please? Now she's running from me. Give me a minute, let me go catch her and grab that. So we did trim our peach tree. That was my first time really pruning it. And I wish I had done a before and after, but we cut off so many sticks. Oh, she sees a butterfly. It landed on one of the dandelions over there. So yeah, so I trimmed this back really nicely. So fingers crossed we actually get, so well, we got a few peaches last year, but we only got a few. So I'm hoping by doing this, we will get more peaches. So we do have, all the irises are doing really good. Except for the ones that I just planted. They haven't really started doing too much. But we do have some larkspur growing back in one of these beds. Well, that's a weed, I think. Yeah, that's a weed. That's a weed. But those right there are larkspurs growing in between the irises. So that's going to be really pretty having those come back. Now, I thought about it. I hadn't checked to see, because we have had some cold weather, I doubt any of the pumpkins actually are doing anything right now. It's still a little too early, so I'm just looking through. No, actually, let me show you. We do have one right there that is growing, and there's one over there as well. Hopefully we don't have any more freezing nights or freezing temperatures, but it's definitely still possible. Our last frost date, I think, is March 9th. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up on the screen, but I'm pretty sure it's March 9th. So fingers crossed we don't have any more freezing temperatures and everything will wake up and start doing really, really good. The only other thing I wanted to show y'all is, I know we just planted them, but I'm already seeing growth on the strawberries and the onions that we planted over here in the kids' beds. So let me show you those. We did get some rain, so I haven't actually watered them except for when I first showed y'all when we planted them, but they're looking really nice. So you can see there's a lot more green coming out of the tops of all these. So they're growing really, really nice, and so is this bed over here. So I am pretty happy that these are growing. So other than that, there's not really much going on. Like I said, I really wish I had had a better radish harvest and carrot harvest and everything else that I planted. Like I had planted Swiss chard and I got nothing. So the lettuce is really nice, and I do hate that my toy choy and my broccoli went to seed, but I had never grown toy choy before, so at least, you know, it's still something new that I got to experiment with. Then broccoli, we did actually harvest a few heads last year, so it's okay. But there's always next year. I can definitely do better then. Well, I think that's it, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get all my little seed cups washed out so we can start getting our pepper seeds and our tomato seeds started. I know I might be a little bit behind from some of y'all, but hey, better late than never. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one.